Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrible General Health System's Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Everybody, welcome back into Bayou Time Sports. I'm Harry McCullough. It's an exciting time. It's high school football semifinal round. We still got some teams that are still playing and could possibly meet in the championship in 2 weeks. But first, we got to get by this week. Tommy Minton is here, head coach of Vandebilt Terriers. Thanks so much for being with us, Tommy. And we talked about what a year it's been, right? You've been here since May, so we were joking. It's like we should have just hired you a long time ago. We'd be in the state semifinals all the time. But it's been a heck of a year when you throw in a storm, getting kids in, first year, trying to get in your system. Talk about this year a little bit.
Well, it's been one of those years that, you look back on it and you see what's been overcome and what the kids have accomplished, their resiliency they've shown, and you kind of smile a little bit, but it put a lot of gray hair on my head getting to this point. But, when that storm first came through and we looked at it, we had kids that were coming to practice in the afternoon that all morning were gutting their houses or working in their neighborhood helping the neighbors gut their houses. They're bringing all their possessions out and piling them up on the street in front of the house, and yet every afternoon they all were there at practice. When you think about mentally what those kids were going through right there, that says a lot about their character and what their makeup is, and that's one of the reasons that we're sitting right here now.
Right.
Getting ready to play a semifinal football game.
All right, so let's talk about that. And you got to have these teams that kind of bubble up, that play, overachieve. Like I said, I was fortunate to play on one of those teams in 1977. We graduated in 78. But we made it to the finals. We got beat. But they're rare for these types of schools. You have to have a good group of kids, and you seem like you have that.
Well, if you look at what wins in high school football, there's a lot of very talented teams that in the first round of the playoffs, they're done. You got to have that camaraderie. You got to have that chemistry. And, the buzzword everybody looks at right now is culture. You got to have the right culture that the kids live every day, not that's on a sign that you put on the wall. It's something that they live and believe in. And those are the teams that are successful and win week in and week out, year in and year out. And I truly believe that. And I think we got a special group right now that's doing that.
Yeah, a little something about that. Everywhere you've been a winner, from Patterson to Central Catholic. So that's not an accident there. So let's talk about who you're playing, first of all. U-High. It seems like every ex-LSU player that went to the NFL that moves back to Baton Rouge kid goes to that school. They got a few players, right?
They got quite a few players. There's 5 starters on their defense that have SEC offers. And they're a very talented group, but it's like we've told our kids all week, they're not Superman. They make mistakes. We can put film on and show them being in the wrong place. We can put film on and show them not being in the right gaps and fitting into the right gaps up front, but we have to make them do that. We have to execute and do what we do and put them in the wrong place. And we got to start with, preparation all week and getting ready for them. And, they're a talented bunch, but they're not invincible.
Right, so you can score. You had a great game against Loyola. You went down to the wire where you had to make a play, and you make a play. So let's talk about some of your guys. So I know you got a couple of twins. You got the Villavasa twins, former coach at Vanderbilt. His sons look like they're pretty good. And you got a Rodrigue boy that flies around on defense. So you got a few guys there on your defense yourself.
Yeah, our front seven on defense has done a great job all year, and they help us. One of the things you look at is a stat that leads to winning in high school football is we're +9 on the season in the turnover ratio. So that's a big stat, and a lot of that goes to that front seven on defense. And the 2 Villavasa boys, Alex at defensive end and Andrew at Mike linebacker, and then Mikey Rodriguez at Will linebacker. They're leaders of that bunch. They've done a great job. They've made a lot of big plays for us. And I can't say enough about them.
Right. And on offense, you got a freshman running back that's over, 1,400 yards.
Well, 1,100.
1,100 yards. Real slick. 2 weeks ago, really got off. We saw he scored about 5 touchdowns. Last week he had 100, hurt himself a little bit, his ankle.
Well, he got a little dinged up in his shoulder, but he's going to be okay. He's back with us practicing. He's going to be fine for Friday.
That's Jalen Coleman?
Yeah, Jalen Coleman. And Jalen's done a tremendous job. As a freshman, he started the season a little slow, and it didn't help us that we missed a couple weeks of practice with the storm, and we missed 2 ball games. But as the year's gone on, he's gotten better and better. He's got more comfortable in the offense. And, the thing that's helped him a lot, too, is we got 3 sophomores that have played a ton on the offensive line, and they're getting better and better each week. That's a tough position to be young and be starting at. And as they've gotten better and we've started controlling the line of scrimmage more, Jalen's rushing totals have gone up a lot.
Oh, no. Like I said, it all's coming together. You in Houma or are you in Baton Rouge?
The game is in Baton Rouge.
In Baton Rouge. So what kind of caravan and what's the feeling around school? I'm sure everybody's just walking around with their jerseys on, feeling pretty proud right now. Huh?
There's a lot of excitement. And one thing that I've really been fired up about is our student section for our home games and even on the road when we went to Newman and played Newman, when we went and some of the other places we went, our student section has been fantastic. They've gotten out and supported us. They get into the games. And, we're going to need that Friday night, and I'm hoping they're all there again for us. And, we went to Shreveport last Friday. We had a bigger crowd than the home team.
Right.
And so the support's been fantastic.
And you can't get ahead of yourself, but it would be so awesome if you guys win and Edie White wins and you guys play, because your game didn't play this year because of the storm.
That's right. It would kind of be fate, so to speak, because, it's supposed to be the first game of the year. And now if we play it as the last game of the year, we'll take it, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, Tommy Min, thanks, man. Congratulations, and best of luck this weekend.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
We'll be back with more Bayou Time right after this.